All right, what is up, everybody? Hey, oh boy, if you're watching this in Michigan, you know what today is. You know what today feels like, at least. And it feels like fall. And I don't know about you, and I want you to hit me in the comments with this. When you feel that first day where it dips under 60 degrees, the high is under 60 degrees, there's a chill in the air, you need to put on like a light hoodie. I still am rocking the shorts with the long sleeves. Like, I think that's the most comfortable fit known to man. But let me know, like, how do you feel about it? I was just talking about this. We have another channel, me and my buddy Chris. It's called Sports Talk Detroit. We talk about the Lions. That's actually where we started before I started this Michigan channel. And I'm going to tell you right now, I asked this exact same question, and then I went into detail of, like, I can't wait on Saturday to turn on a Michigan game. Now, it's a night game, so it's going to change things a little bit. You turn on the game, you're listening to it, you got game day rolling, right? Maybe even right before it, a noon kickoff. The window's propped open just a little bit. Maybe the door's open with the screen door, and you just hear the leaves rustling outside. That's October football. That is the beautiful thing, and I don't think there's many things that I like more than that. But that's not what we're talking about in this video. What we're talking about in this video is the triple dose of good news that the Michigan Wolverines got, and in this one, it is all of it is on the front of injury news. So the first one is one that it's not a guy that we're getting back per se. Like, oh, he was hurt and now he's back to health, or now he's healthy and he's ready to go. But it is a guy that started off week one with an absolute banger of a game, 6 catches, 93 yards, and then he got hurt. Somewhere leading up to the Oklahoma game, he was hurt. He missed the game against Oklahoma. He played sparingly against Central, and he really hasn't been able to do much since he returned in week 3. Marlon Klein, the tight end, he's had just 5 receptions for 44 yards. But he has said this recently, and I'm gonna show you this one. All right, he said, it was obviously a tough time getting injured right before one of the biggest games of the season, and something I was looking forward to. But I'm doing good now, just excited to be back with the boys. He added that he is now at 100%. He said, I'm ready to go. He's 100%. So look for him to get more involved in the receiving game against a more porous USC defense than the one we just played against Wisconsin. The way I like to describe the USC defense is they are still not a good pass defense team, but they're also not as good of a run defense team as Wisconsin. So they give up a little bit of both. They're not the USC from 2 years ago that you can just go up and down the field on and you can score 40 or 50 points on. That's not what they are. This defense is better. They're in year 2 of a new defensive coordinator. He has added to the commitment of changing the culture and the defense around over there. But still, it is a defense that gave up 31 points to Michigan State. And then the next week gave up 34 points in a loss to Illinois, in which they gave up well over 300 yards passing. So, no, not a great defense. So it's really good to get an offensive weapon back because the USC offense is good. And sometimes the best defense is good offense. And Michigan does need to do a little bit more than that. But I said this was a triple dose of good news. So there's a little bit more. All right. Now, here's what we're hearing as well. The team appears to be even healthier as it prepares to head West Coast to take on USC, blah, blah, blah. Speaking with the media Monday morning, head coach Sharon Moore is deeming a couple of significant contributors on offense, both left guard Giovanni El-Hadi and tight end Hogan Hansen, as probable. All right, probable means, yep, they're probably good to go. He said, I think both are probable, Moore said. That's where I would state them right now. So we'll see as we go through the week. Isn't that like the favorite thing Sharon Moore loves to say is we'll see as we go through the week, whether he's talking about a guy getting an opportunity to be a new starter, right? Looking at you, Guarnara. All right, center of the future. All right, guard of the present. He said it about him, whether it's talking about like earning his keep. Andrew Marsh, we'll see how it goes through the week. He talks about this with injuries all the time, but he went on to say, I feel good about their status and where they're going to be, but we'll just progress as we go through the week. Remember El-Hadi? Let's talk about him first. Suffered a lower body injury in week 2 against Oklahoma. He has not played since. Okay, here's what we've started to find out as the offensive line continues to progress. At right guard, bringing in Garnara has been fine. Like, again, he has actually earned himself a starting role, most likely, over Norton. However, on the left side, I've thought Afobe has passed the eye test while not passing the PFF test. His PFF grades are still like 50, 55, not necessarily great. This last week against Wisconsin, I don't think he passed the eye test as much. Afobe is a big guy. He's a strong guy. You can tell he's a fluid athlete for an offensive lineman. He just doesn't seem to have that next gear of that just kind of that mad dog mentality that sometimes you need to have in a ground and pound grit type of offense that Michigan loves to run. And so I think it's a welcome back to have El-Hadi back. And, I hope they waited till he was at 100% because then it is going to be beneficial. I still don't know what we're going to do at right tackle. Sprague has got to show something. We'll look into some of the numbers from PFF probably in the next video. I usually like to go Wednesday or Thursday into kind of breaking down what happened and looking forward into it. Thursday is kind of my transition day, and then Friday it's a full preview into USC. The other one with Hogan Hansen, this one's really interesting to me because this is the one he was getting a lot of talk by the coaching staff, talking about how he was going to be a big receiving threat, like he was the biggest receiving threat in the Michigan tight end room, which I always thought was interesting because Klein, everybody kept saying he's one of the fastest guys on the team. So it's like, why wouldn't he be a good receiving threat? And especially after week 1, you're like, see, the guy's a receiving threat. He was looking like he was going to, be the next great Michigan tight end. And then the injury happened. But Hogan Hansen is one of those guys you can do a lot with. I think you'll see if he is fully healthy, it helps the running game because you can play 2 tight end sets with him and Klein. You can move Hogan Hansen. You can flex him out to play wide receiver a little bit easier. But he also can stay in and be a more effective blocker. So he probably won't have as many drops as Samaj Morgan. He will be a better blocker than Samaj Morgan, but he also won't be as good in the gadget stuff. But you can keep him in and do just a little bit more with him. It just makes our offense more multiple. It makes it less easy to predict what we're going to do. So getting all these guys back, it strengthens the offense as a whole. You're getting back 2 starters. One is coming back. One is now fully healthy. And then you're getting a guy who is expected to play consistently back. Maybe not a starter, but a consistent contributor. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Join this. Would love to have you. See you on the next one.